Hello, everyone, and good news for those of you who like troubleshooting and figuring out mysteries. I have figured out what on earth happened in class the other day where I was not able to simply drag select things. We knew that something had appeared here. We knew it was causing the problem. Couldn't figure out what it was. So slight background. The reason I ended up accidentally involving what that was is because my manipulators were really, really tiny. And I was looking, for where that was, and I forgot that it's not like in the menus directly. We have to go to settings, preferences, and it's under manipulators, and there's a global scale. So because different rigs are different sizes, my set was basically for something much, much smaller, which is very small and annoying. So hit save there once I get to the size I want. And what I ended up accidentally turning on was this. I was in display and then I was in transform display. And I thought that these were going to bring up like menus because there are other things, but I forgot that in Maya, if it's going to bring up like a sub menu, it's either going to usually have one of these or like a dot, dot, dot. And so technically this is just, it's going to turn that thing on or turn it off. And the one I turned on that got in the way was called Selection Handles. So I'm under the display menu. Transform display is stuff to help you with transforms, meaning moving and rotating. So translates would be moving. Then there's also scale and rotate. And transform has all of those things in it. And there's different, things in here, including local, or where'd it go? Maybe it's this one. One of these is supposed to display the local rotations, but I might have turned it off instead of turning it on. But the one I turned on that was annoying was called Selection Handles. And it's this right here. And it may be some sort of, if you have something that's invisible, or maybe doesn't have geometry to it, you could turn this on, and it basically acts as like a primary selection thing. And what was happening is it was overriding everything else. So if I was down here at the bottom, I could select everything down here. Now some of these things highlight because they're parented, and so selections in Maya can get a little bit weird and it's hard to tell which things you have selected, but these are definitely not selected. But if I dragged it over this area, you can see that's the only thing that's selected. So it's kind of like it's acting as a selection override. I don't actually know if it's supposed to do that, but I think the idea is that to either make this easier to get to or anything like that. So every time we select it, that's the only thing that selects. So in order to turn it off, I know I made just things invisible, but we can just select the item that has that displayed, go to display, transform display, turn off selection handles, and voila, we can select everything we want and hit S and do our animation like normal. All right, so that is what I accidentally triggered in class. And I just wanted to let you guys know in case it ever happens to you.